and move to the other side. What we call this process is called polarization. So what goes on is all those negatives are there. The negatives are going to run away, but the positives all stay in the same spot. Okay. Leaving this part of the wall is going to be local positive. Is it really, 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 really big?
No.
Local positive, if all it is the electrons are just kind of going, "Whoop, just gonna chill over here." Remember, this is on the nanometer scale. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit. But it's just enough so the positive side is a little bit closer to the negative side. I have a positive, I have a negative. What happens?
They attract.
Sorry, I don't know why I just heard that.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so polarization is when electrons shift within, just within the atom. Actually, hang on, we won't say within. In this case, it's within the atom. We'll say shift locally. So it's creating a local charge in a neutral object.
So basically,
In a way. Let's go back to the electroscope. Actually, it's not.
Good deal.
Well, we're going to wait a little bit. Now,
Will the balloon charge the electroscope?
what?
The balloon will charge the electroscope?
We could, yeah.
do it.
So, and what occurred? What force occurred? It attracted. Let's say I had a glass balloon, okay? Not a wise choice. And I rubbed it with silk. What would the charge on the balloon be?
Positive.
Positive. If I brought it close to the wall,
It would still.
It would still fall to the ground.
No, it would still attract because the electrons would come closer to it.
guys, stop. Okay? If I bring it close to the wall, the electrons are going to say,
That's
hey,
it. The glass
we
is
can
too
shift
heavy.
a little bit closer. The front of the wall would become negative. This is positive. They attract. Okay? Polarization is always attraction. Always, 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 always attraction. So now we can add a couple more things to our list. Like charges do what?
Repel.
Repel. Opposite charges. Attract. Neutral and a negative object attract. They will attract. A neutral and a positive object attract. So, just because two things attract, can you automatically say that they are both opposite charges?
No.
No. And we'll have some practice doing this, but on the test, you'll have things, for example, let's say, I want to know what happens with A, B, and C. Okay, I'm going to say A repels C. C attracts B. I'm also going to tell you A is positive. I want to know what are B and C. So let's see, A repels C. What is the only time that you have repelling forces? If they're the same. So that means C has to be the same as A. Let's see, C attracts B.
It could either be
Polarization.
It could be, what things attract? Opposites or neutral. So this could be opposite. So that would be negative or neutral. Can you propose a test that I would?
If it attracts A.
No, because
Doesn't repel.
Oh wait.
Could you find out?
get a rubber rod.
Electric.
I would have to take a third object,
Ben Franklin.
D, and let's say,
D is negative.
let's say D
He's not happy.
Wait, so the test.
D repels B. This is actually a trickier one. What are the only things that can repel?
Light.
Like.
And
So,
it can't be-
does a neutral and a neutral, do they repel?
No.
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 Not neutral.
So if D was neutral, no, couldn't happen. If, let's say if B was neutral, is there any possibility that it could repel?
No. We could
D.
have tried.
No. Okay? So that means both these have to be charged. They would have to be negative, negative. So you kind of have to go through this logic. They're kind of, you know, they're like puzzles. You have to go through and you have to figure out what are the possibilities. Yes, John?
So the test you did with the hanging charged rubber, so it would still work if the glass were neutral.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything we learned.
But
until
so
now's a
so
lie.
you tried to charge it and you failed, but you still failed that it now that it was neutral.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So, but yes, if you rub a glass rod with, but then we also could take two glass rods.
Mm-hmm.
They repel. Is it possible that those are neutral?
No.
No.